Hello, my name is Frank Christensen and I'm the coordinator of officials for IFAF Europe. In this training tape, we're looking at personal foul tripping. So we'll look at some examples of tripping and talk about what is too much and what is not enough. But before we get to the game film, let's have a look to see what the rulebook has to say on this topic. In the rulebook, we start out with the definition in 228. Tripping is intentionally using the lower leg or foot to obstruct an opponent below the knees. And in 912, Article 2A, no person subject to the rules shall strike an opponent with the knee. B, no person subject to the rules shall strike an opponent with his foot or any part of his leg that is below the knee. And C, there shall be no tripping. Tripping is intentionally using the lower leg or foot to obstruct an opponent below the knee. And that was short and sweet what the rulebook had to say. Now let's get into the game film. Before we get to the fouls, we'll have a look at a couple of plays where there is no contact, and when there's no contact, like here, there's a very good attempt at a tripping, but with no contact, there is no foul. And you'll see number 2, B2 really tries to, but he fails, and we'll see the same from the end zone shot. And here's the end zone shot of the same play, and you'll see B2 tries to swing his leg, or he manages to swing his leg, but the running back is athletic enough that he just jumps over, and again, no contact, no foul. Here's another example of a no contact, no foul type situation. It's certainly not for lack of trying. See there, the leg comes out, and there again the leg is extended, and it's very, very clear that he's trying to trip up the runner. And even when it's this obvious, the rule is the same. You need contact for this foul. So you could certainly have a talk to, and the best person to see this probably is the wing or referee center judge. But again, no contact, no foul. Now we get into the place where we do have a foul for tripping, and this one, first one is really interesting for a number of reasons. So we're looking right there, and then he ends up tripping him. Now, a couple of things to notice here is that this is a guy with a brick in his hand, the white player who's about to contact B36. So right there he contacts him. I think this is in the side. This is enough in the side that it's not a block in the back. You'll notice how he lands on his side. Had this been a block in the back, the red player would have most likely fallen face first. And the second thing to this is I do not think that this is enough for a blindside block, or at least an illegal personal foul type blindside block. So the block is legal. Now, had the block caused the red player to slide into the quarterback, we would not have tripping. However, in this case, I think the red player goes flying, and then he decides on his own to extend his leg in a tripping type motion. So I think even though he gets blocked, this is enough of a separate act with the extension of the leg that this is a personal foul tripping. And the referee certainly should be in on it, since this is the quarterback. The wing should be somewhere in on it, even though it happens in the backfield. Now the wing could be involved in a key. We don't really know from this formation, but certainly the referee should be in on it, and possibly the wing. Here's another example where the action by the kicking team player certainly is enough for a tripping. Right there, he extends his leg, and makes like a sweeping motion. And even though the tackle is made right there, I mean that really is of no consequence, since this is a safety foul also, and I mean people can get really hurt. So this is certainly something that we need to catch, and typically the wing coming up the sideline should see it, possibly even, but not necessarily, the deep wing on this sideline, since there could be other action in front of the play that he or she could be looking at. But here certainly personal foul, tripping. On this play, we're looking at the tackle closest to the camera, so he's not going to do it against the runner, but this is what we refer to as a leg whip. So right there, he's swinging his leg to make sure that the defender goes down, and by that, the offensive tackle wins. But this is a dangerous technique to himself, but also to his opponent. So once they, you see the upper body go down like that, and then he swings back. Sometimes it's that leg, sometimes it's the other leg that swings back to take out the defensive player. But this is a foul that we should call, and in a crew of 8, that would be either the referee or center judge keying in on this tackle. In this formation, in a crew of 7, it would be the wing at the bottom of the screen here who would be keying on this tackle. But in any case, this is certainly enough to call for personal foul, tripping. In this last play, we're going to follow the kicker. So the return is going to come back, obviously, and the kicker is going to be the last line of defense. Maybe that's why he does that. A fairly athletic split he does there, but that is a tripping foul that we can also see from the end zone shot. As promised, here is the end zone shot, and of course we're still looking at the kicker, and here it comes. Right there, you can tell that he's beaten by number 21's move, so he stretches out his leg, extends his leg, and this is a tripping. Well called by the referee, could also be called by the wing on this side, since he is ultimately responsible for progress. But right there is a good illustration, and the referee should be looking in this area anyway, so good thing to get this. That was the training tape. I hope it made sense, and I hope you found something you can use on the field.